Delighted to say that I've been joined in the studio by Mr. Jon Brown. How are you, sir?
Good day to you, sir.
And if having you in the studio wasn't enough, we're also joined by the main man himself, Mr. Luke Bugg, a.k.a. the Geek of Steel.
Hello, Paul. Thank you for inviting me back.
How are you?
I'm doing really well right now.
I haven't seen you since we bumped into each other in Natty's.
Yes. Oh, fantastic meal there.
It's good, isn't it, right?
I'm going back next week. I was ready to go back. It's been a long time coming, but I went back and delicious.
Yeah, it is amazing. But as much as we love Natty's, we're not here to talk about Natty's.
We're not. No, it's like it's Superman summer.
Is this Superman film?
There's a little bit of marketing, but yes.
I hadn't noticed. They kept it very, very low key,
very
and quiet, haven't
yeah,
they?
They're keeping this one very hush hush.
So, Superman is out tomorrow in cinemas. This is the first Superman since when?
Well, we've had him a little bit in dribs and drabs. We had Man of Steel back in 2013. Then you had the Batman v Superman. Then you had Justice League. But this is all about Superman.
It's completely
James
focusing on the main Superman. Yeah.
So James Gunn is back now. He's the head of DC. We've had his Creature Commandos TV show, but he pretty much said, when I'm back, I'm making films. The first film I want to make is Superman. And he has done that in a big, big way.
And why is it a big deal that James Gunn is in charge of this project?
I mean, we know that he's been an established filmmaker for years. He's great at creating worlds and characters, and he's got so much love for this character. I've been fortunate enough now to be at 3 Q&As where James Gunn was talking about this film and his love for the character. And as a Superman ambassador, I feel so safe that Superman and the rest of the DC is in James' hands, because he's got so much passion for the storytelling and the comic writers and artists behind all of it as well.
I think because, let's face it, we all know that, actors, directors, a lot of it is a paycheck, right? They're getting paid to do these films, and we've all seen like behind the scenes stuff where they're memorising all of like the info and everything else like that, right? You get the feeling that James Gunn, this is like a passion. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the money's nice, but he is doing it because he loves it and he believes in it.
He loves, I think, his way of storytelling, and his love for this character has shown. He's been like travelling around the world in a week. He's been Manila, he's been Rio de Janeiro, came to London, went to Paris, back to America, came back to London. He's not stopped. But yes, of course, there's a paycheck there involved. But he's seeing him and seeing what he has done for this brand and for the future of Superman and DC Comics is inspiring.
Now, you have both been incredibly lucky to have got to see this film before the rest of the general public, and you've both seen it now.
Yeah.
He's seen it twice.
I've seen it twice.
Don't tease.
I was in London for something else, including a zip wire off Canary Wharf.
I saw that. How was that?
I'm still shaking. I'm still very glad to be on solid ground.
Honestly.
Nearly didn't do it, but saw everybody else doing it, and the safety team there and everybody at Warner Brothers were very, very nice to keep me safe and alive. But I'd love to do it again. I'd appreciate it more. But after that, we went to a Q&A with James Gunn, where sat down, very excited just to be there. My question got answered, and I put my hand up, and he went, "Hey, I know you," and I just melted, and I've not gotten off my seat since.
I love that for him.
I can imagine that's one of them situations where you put your hand up to ask a question, and like where you have the nightmares that you open your mouth and nothing comes out. Very much.
that sound.
Yeah, he shared some posts and a reaction video a few months back now when the first trailer came out, and he's liked a few posts since, and that just put me on edge, thinking I've got to make sure that there's no spelling mistakes in my posts.
Yeah.
Everything's on the ball. But yeah, he noticed me and recognised me, and that was enough. And then at the end of the Q&A, his sort of point was, well, my most incited thing is that I want people to see this film. And then he went, do you want to watch this film? And we were all like, yes, please, Mr. Gunn.
Well, okay.
Whilst we're here, you might as well chuck it on. And he did, and I've not been the same since.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's get down to it. First of all, Mr. Brown, as our Express FM film, Mr. Master, tell us about Mr. Master. Tell us about the film.
I think that's my new
Mr. Master.
handle. Mr. Master.
Tell us about the film. Tell us what it's about.
Okay, so as with all films of this size and nature, and especially of this caliber, a lot of people have been waiting this, and we do this with Marvel as well. I don't really want to get too much into this because I don't want to spoil a single thing, and I feel like as little information as possible. But obviously Superman is back. That's literally what you're getting. No, David Corenswet as Superman. He is very, very good as Superman.
What would we have seen him in before?
He was in Twisters.
Okay, so he was in Twisters.
So he's in the whole Twisters thing. Remember
so
when we were working on the Twisters thing?
He was the corporate guy in Twisters.
No. He
No?
was with. He was on.
Sort of the opposite team.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
what
on
I
the
meant.
opposite team.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
not
Yeah.
necessarily a good guy, but still charming as well.
Yeah.
Stealing scenes.
And I remember seeing him in that and just thinking, that's going to be Superman.
Yeah.
And then I can see it. I can see it. And it's funny, he's obviously a vastly different character to in this movie. He really embodies Clark Kent and he really embodies Superman in such a perfect way. And he's so charming with it. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you get a warm sense when you watch that, like, from his character, that he's in safe hands, this franchise is in safe hands. Like, you enjoy watching him. You know what I mean? Like, he's got this down. The Clark thing, the Superman thing. And then, of course, Rachel Brosnahan as as Lois Lane. Like, channeling Margot Kidder here as well.
So I'm going to ask the same question. What would we have seen her in? Because these are not household names at the moment.
So to me, this is the first time I'm actually seeing her work. I wasn't aware of her. How did you know Rachel?
Marvelous Miss Maisel, which she's fantastic in. She was also in House of Cards for a few episodes. But with films like this, I want to sort of a deep dive and find out what these people have been in before to see what they can do. But with David, as you said, he's quite unknown to some. He's not a household name. That's over with now. He's going to be everywhere.
Oh, wow. Absolutely.
So he went to the same acting school as Christopher Reeve. So back then, Christopher Reeve was quite an unknown coming into a Superman film, which is a good and a bad thing. But seeing David on and off the red carpet, seeing him on screen, how he interacts with families and children and the public, it's the way that you would want Superman or Clark Kent to act.
It's a way that Christopher Reeve would have approved of. I think I
think Superman is up there with the likes of Bond, for example.
Yes.
I think, when obviously Daniel Craig had done a couple of bits and pieces, but not too much that everybody knew him. I think, your real film heads knew him, but I don't think everybody did. So I think it allows them to stand on those 2 feet and be that character, rather than thinking, like, say, for example, if the new Bond were to be Henry Cavill, we'll go, that's Superman playing Bond.
Yes.
It's that kind of thing, isn't it? So it allows him to stand on his own 2 red-booted feet.
I like it.
That's very good.
I like it. The plot, as I say, I don't really, again, want to give too much away, but we do really dive straight into the action. We've done the origin story. We know that already. James Gunn kind of expertly handles this in a way that he literally does a title card that says, here's where we're at in this story right now.
It's a comic.
And then in you go.
It is a comic.
It's a comic book.
It's Superman versus Lex Luthor, which I've always wanted. And we get that for like pretty much 2 hours. That's all I've ever asked.
And how is our Lex Luthor, of course, played by Nicholas Hoult?
Now,
so good.
My thing that I put in my first review, which still sticks, is that Nicholas Hoult is my favourite Lex Luthor.
Wow.
Now, I grew up on Smallville, and that show made me a Superman fan.
Yeah.
But over the years, I've always liked Lex Luthor. He's quite charming. He's quite fun.
Yes.
This Lex Luthor,
so good.
10 minutes of screen time, I was booing. I wanted to throw rotten cabbages at the screen. He is masterful with this role.
So good. Like, it's just absolutely, absorbing, right? Like, you want to really hate this guy, but you're also just kind of entranced with just how evil he is.
Yeah.
In that way.
It's
like,
good.
Nicholas Holt's got that down. Nick Holt's great anyway. I was trying to think of a time where I saw anything with Nick Holt and I didn't like.
He's fantastic.
Like, he's so good.
Just a good thing about a boy, where I've seen him just evolve over the years. I tried watching that the other day and I think, I can't see that now.
Isn't it strange?
That's young Lex Luthor now.
Yeah.
I don't like him already. But that role and
when
the
he
fact
threw the
that,
bread at that duck.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was an angst in there. That was an initial red flag there.
That was
for
where
Lex.
we knew he was going to.
That's where we knew. But we get to understand why Lex Luthor doesn't like Superman in this film, and it's a real thing about envy and just bitterness. And the way that James Gunn explained it was like, well, I want Lex Luthor to feel the same way about Superman that artists feel about AI. That there's something out there doing that, and that was an interesting way of putting it.
I like that.
But instantly disliked Lex Luthor. Fell in love with Lois and Clark and Superman.
Their chemistry, man, off the charts.
It is.
I would genuinely, and I know we've had TV series about this in the past, but I would genuinely enjoy just a movie where you've just got David and Rachel, just a Lois and Clark kind of vibe. Now, I know we have iterations of this in comic books and television series, which we've deeply enjoyed, but their chemistry is so you feel like you're watching them, you're like, I could watch hours of this, because the way they play off each other,
they do.
They're perfectly matched. Like, the casting was on point.
There's a 10-minute scene just between the two of them, and you want it to go on for as long as you like.
It's just it's very charming, and let's say that's with him. He's very charming and you feel like this is Superman. Like, there's no question about, oh, he doesn't do this or he doesn't look like that. It's just like, no, this guy is Superman. And the thing I love, and we talked about this before, was that, like, for example, your little boy may see this David Corenswet as his Superman, right? The way we saw Christopher Reeve, the same way. And I think it's going to do that for this next generation of children. They're going to see this as their Superman.
Yes.
This is their 78, right?
So this is my final question then, and I don't mean to take any offence by this at all. I am going to be taking my 7-year-old, nearly 8-year-old son to watch this over the weekend. Is this a Superman made for 40-year-old men?
No.
Or is it a film made for an 8-year-old boy?
This is a film made for people that want to have a good time watching a cinema film. And that's, I mean, it's biased. I'm like a Superman ambassador. But I've been to 2 screenings now. One with lovers and journalists, one in London, filled. The theatre was filled with cheering and applause and laughter. And as a fan, I've been around the block a few times now. That's not happened before being a Superman fan. There were cheers, there was laughter, there was applause just for seeing the logo on the screen. To me, that was like, this is my Superman. Like, this is happening. It was like 89 Batman Mania, but for Superman.
Oh, amazing.
So it's very, very exciting times.
I would love to continue this conversation, but we have run out of time. No, it's absolutely fine, but we have run out of time.
Two of us.
Can I presume that we're giving this a 5 out of 5 from both of you?
I mean, I've not given any numbered reviews yet, but I'm giving my full review tomorrow because I'm going for a movie marathon tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm going for 3 screenings tomorrow.
But top marks, I'm assuming.
Top marks. At the minute, it's my favourite Superman cinema experience.
Where are you going to see them, mate?
The View. View at Gunwharf.
Yeah. View Cinema Gunwharf Keys, myview.com to get your times and tickets. Tomorrow's going to be amazing down there. Please do go and join everybody.
I'm there all day. At the Hero screening as well, they're giving out free comics. That's how you get fans into comics, is give comics away. So yeah, they're doing that as well.
There we go. Yes, and of course, 5 gold stars from me. So.
Well, listen, thank you both very much for joining me. Superman is in cinemas across the country from tomorrow, including at View Cinemas in Gunwharf Keys.
And if you're listening out this Sunday, part 1 of 2, we've got a 2-part Superman Composer Series special with David Fleming and John Murphy, the composers of the amazing music for this film. The first part comes out this Sunday 6 right here on Express.